Well, I guess we get to talk about plumbing. Say, because it's kind of important to keep your word. If you find that it's hard to keep your word, probably means you're giving it too often. Okay? You're telling people too many times, I'm going to do it, it becomes real hard. Okay? And that means we should roll back a little bit and make sure that when you give your word, you can keep it. And when you don't, say you're sorry. Extend to them the gift that is forgiveness. Because how they forgive, they will be forgiven. And let them know how much you appreciate the fact that they're courteous about things. That's people in general. Today, I had called somebody about the fact that I couldn't get out there to pick up a pressure uh, uh, flow valve. Basically, it was a pressure reduction valve. Uh, and I was supposed to get out there Friday, and I had to call them today, Monday, or yesterday, and tell them, hey, I'm sorry, I give you my word, and I'm sorry about that. I couldn't get out there and do it. I apologize, and I don't make a habit of doing that. It bothered me. And the guy's like, hey, who do you represent? I'm like, well, most of the time myself. Um, I'm thinking in the back of my head, should I tell them that sometimes I I speak basically for Jehovah God and Jesus Christ. Whatever they tell me to say, that's what I say. So no, probably not. Sometimes you don't want to bust out with everything on your heart all at once because it tends to make people think, um, wow, I had no idea all that was in there. They're like, whoa, okay, maybe I should stand back a ways so I don't get any on me, just in case. It's anyway. Um, the reason why I haven't been around making videos, uh, I told you, is because of plumbing, and he hadn't told me to make one, so I didn't do it. Yeah. But I'm being told to make a couple videos, so, well, here I am. Well, I crawled into my house. I got a ton of stuff done. I hooked up some water filtration stuff. I pressurized the line, and everything held. All my joints are good. My PEX pipe joints are good. My joints for my PVC are good. And everything's good. Uh, except for one problem. In my infinite wisdom, don't want to have this video outside because I don't want to get struck by lightning. Oh, in my infinite wisdom, I seem to have messed something up. Everything looked good. Everything looked right. I was praising God. I was like, yes, that's fantastic. Yet when I pressurized the line and went back into the house, turned on the water heater, turned the cold water on, it was warm. Turned the hot water on, it was cold. I'm like, what in the world? Did I do something wrong, or things don't look quite right? You know, or at least from the up top, looking down at the faucet, things clearly are not right. Because C is supposed to be cold and H is supposed to be hot. I'm not rocket science anymore, rocket scientist anymore, but I know at least that much. And yeah, I'm looking at that going, that's not good. So I went down and turned off the hot water heater. Went down and checked the crawl space and looked at it. Looked at the thing. Looked at the water heater. Top of the water heater got a little H, a little C. Checked the C, and I looked at it and I was like, well, that's the line I was supposed to tap, and that says C for cold, so we're good, right? We're good. Everything should add up, but it don't. Everything should add up. It looks right, but it's not. What's wrong? Well, that's when I really got in there and I looked right past the water heater and I watched. I followed the line of pipe and it went right past the cold side and hooked right into the hot side. I'm like, man, oh, cheesy monkey, that's just horrible. I messed it up and now I gotta fix it again. Oh, at least it doesn't leak. And it's blowing out all of the stuff that's built into the cold side, built up over time and built up because they're changing some of the plumbing on the street side. The city's decided to upgrade all the plumbing, so it's making us want to upgrade our plumbing because I don't like water with stuff floating in it. And when I take a shower, I flush the toilet, I wash my hands, I want that water to be okay. I want that water to be healthy for my family. Okay. The irony is, life sometimes has a shadow picture of the spirit world. You know, when I preach, when I teach, when I tell people about God, I don't want that message to be cloudy. I don't want that message to have stuff floating in it. I don't want that message to be somehow contaminated. I want to give them, exactly what I'm getting right from his lips. You know, I want to say exactly what he's saying, exactly what he's telling me to say. I don't want to deviate at all because I don't want to muddy the water. Because you guys deserve to drink clean water. Okay, you deserve to bathe in good stuff. That's what I've been trying to knock myself out and do, and because I want to help people, I want to help my family. That's why I tackled the plumbing thing. But things, didn't exactly turn out the way I planned, but it's fixable. How many times, you know, when we really started getting serious, when we really started saying, okay, I'm going to press in, I love God, I really want to serve Him, I really want to be a follower of Jesus Christ, I want to be in a relationship, and then we start this thing, and we start bearing spiritual fruit, and then things start not to add up. We start to look at things a little bit closer, and we see something that says, okay, little H here, when I flip that, I'm supposed to get hot water. Little C there, when I flip that, I'm supposed to get cold water. But it seems to be flip-flop. And it was one of those things that we didn't notice it before, but we notice it now. Well, what do we do? Well, if you're a plumber, you scratch your head like a you have one of those idiot moments, like, I just should have known. The check, that's done. So then you move on. Then you bless God, you thank God anyway, because things teach you things, and truly, truly, everything you do, if you truly love God, will benefit you. How's this benefiting me? Well, one, it's cleaning out the cold side. Okay, it's killing all the bacteria in there. It's blowing out all the dust, the sediment, and the sand, and all that stuff. It's coming right out. Trust me, it happened. It was gross. And now I can clip that where I keyed into the hot side by mistake, cap it, and then I can take the same line, put an elbow in there, and tee into the line I should have keyed into in the first place, and everything's fine. You know, it's fixed, didn't hurt a thing, didn't burn nothing up, everything's golden. You know, and our spirit walk is like that. Our walk to be obedient, to be a disciple of Christ is like that. You know, we're not judged on what we did prior to becoming a follower of Christ. We're truly judged on the fact, one, are we being obedient now? Are we or were we obedient to death? Okay? Did we produce fruit? All right? And how well did we obey? To be honest, no matter what we see, we have the opportunity to become better, to become more of what we should be. And that's just a fantastic thing. You know, I really have grown to enjoy correction, not because I'm a sadomasochist and I love pain, but because I want to be the best son I can be. I want to be a good brother. I want to be a good disciple. Okay? I really want the best relationship I can have because it's important to me. Because I truly love Jesus Christ. I truly love all of you because I have a deepening love for God. And the more you love God, really love God, the more you'll be able to love other people. If you say you love God, yet you have no love for other people, you've proven yourself to be a liar. It's like the little knobs that got flipped around, and you may not notice it yet, but if you truly, truly are trying to follow God, you'll notice it, and when you do, just stop what you're doing, go downstairs, and change them pipes around, and start serving God Spirit and in truth, and start entering into a relationship with Him instead of a religion. There you go. Well, today I get to crawl into the house and switch my stuff around so it's working correctly. And right now I'm already getting the benefits even before doing that because of the fact the water coming out of the tap when I flush the toilet, when I take a shower, when I do anything now, doesn't smell like chlorine. It doesn't have white stuff floating in it, and it looks pretty good, and it smells pretty good, and it's more drinkable, which is an A plus. It's trust me, it's a big improvement, you know. And even though spiritually I'm not perfect, I'm getting there. I'm better than the person I used to be. I'm more pleasing today than I was yesterday, which it's important to please your Heavenly Father. It's important to be a good disciple of Jesus Christ. It's important to be obedient. Alright, guys.